Hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. Well, I hope you like the new startup for 2026. Just a bit different, and it shows some of the older mopeds in there as well. Well, I hope you all had a good Christmas, and I wish you all a very happy New Year. Christmas for us, well, wasn't that good. The wife gone around to a friend's house at Christmas because she gets a bit lonely, but I was all right with Jenny. The granddaughter and son was around his girlfriends, so I thought, okay, well, Christmas Day I'll make it. I've got a few other things to do, which this was on my list. The Honda NU50. If you remember, I had trouble when it used to start first time, drive up the road. By the time you got halfway up the road there, it started like the choke was on and it would bog down and when she cut out, which was a long-term problem that Chris had. Well, anyway, I did clean it all out before, if you remember. I didn't have the problem of it bogging down up the road anymore, but it wouldn't start. So this was my plan. Came back to this Christmas Day, done a smoke test on it. I won't explain too much. I'll probably do a little short video on this one. But cut long story short, it started to run nicely. So I took it just up to the end of the road and back, no problems. I thought Boxing Day, I'll take it out for a run and just check it on a long journey. Unfortunately, on Christmas evening, I took Jenny out, started to get a sore throat. Boxing Day felt absolutely awful. Then I should have been work on the Saturday. Couldn't do that, shivering and aching, and then I was off for 2, and I should have been back on Tuesday. Well, I still wasn't 100%. So, but anyway, I'm off for 4 days. Well, I had a couple of days already. So I'm back on Sunday, but I still, please forgive me if I'm coughing or sniffing or whatever, but it's been horrible and I had no interest in doing anything the last few days, but I'm starting to get a little bit of enthusiasm back now. So what we do, we're going to the shed now. I've got the heating on in there, the diesel heater, and as you know, we're going to make a start on the BSA Ariel 3. Well, here's Jenny Girl. She wishes everyone a happy new year, don't you, sweetheart? Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah. There we are. Yeah, it's quite freezing cold out here. She loves it. So let's get into the warmer shed now and start showing you a few things about the Ariel 3. Right, into the shed now. As I say, I apologise with the diesel heater running. There's no way I could come out here without it at the moment. So back with the Ariel 3, just a little bit of an update. On Christmas Day, before everything went downhill, I did manage, after I finished the Honda, my plan was to use this spare wheel. The tyre was ripped on it, but lucky enough I got a few spare old tyres that was given to me. So all I did was just put another old tyre on that was okay, just for temporary. And I was going to powder coat it, but that all went wrong. So this is the original wheel now. I was going to powder coat it. I bought some new powder coat. Sorry, there we are, you can see. I was expecting to powder coat it and everything, sanded it all down. And it's new powder coat. I thought, well, it won't be all lumpy, it should come out nicely, but no, it just chucked it all over it. A freezing cold day as well. And I thought, oh, I'll have to go down the painting line. So I painted it silver, and it's got 2-pack lacquer on there as well now. It just took, well, I didn't come out here, but every time I felt it, it was dry, but you just knew it was still a bit wet underneath. So I took that in, and finally last night I just had the energy to put the tyre back on, which I've cleaned. I've also ordered another one of these tyres. Apparently a lot of people use this on these bikes, ride to Continental. So I've managed to get one for £13, which eventually I'll put onto the spare wheel and paint that. And so we've got a decent spare wheel. So that's that. Put that up there for a minute. Oh God, that's the door open. Now in the middle here, you had this. You've got this sort of hubcap thing. I got it out, but if you look at it, it's very brittle. I tried to sand it down, but it's all just crumbling. So I don't know if it's going to work, but I managed to get these sort of end pipe cap things rounded from China. I didn't know it was from China, it's on eBay, but never mind. And that's 35mm around there, and hopefully that will actually do as a nice white hubcap thing. So let me show you what else. Let me just close this door again. So before I put this down, it had these dice type valve caps on here. Looked a bit funny. So it's a new wheel. This came today as well. I ordered this a week or so ago. So they've got like little Union jacks on there. So just to finish that off. It's not, I haven't pumped it up yet, but hopefully that'll be all right. So this is the other little bits to show you. Over the other side there, you've got this rudimentary suspension with these rubbers. So they came from Danny at Moped Land Spares, and also I've got a set of the different sizes for the steering races. So larger ones and some smaller ones there. Now also, while I happen to look on eBay, I'll just show you up here quickly. Bring that up. Now the headlight is it works, and yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. Just a bit of a polish. But for £10, just put you down on this stand again. For £10, I managed to get this on eBay. He had about 10 of them, and it's new old stock. So I was able to get a brand new headlight for it. I just thought, well, I could do with it, but for that price, it's not like buying for Italian bikes, you know, like 50 quid and 50 quid postage or something. £10, I think about £3 postage, but I think, well, I might as well have it, might a nice brand new. So that's to do later on as well. Right, let me just tell you the plans for this bike. Normally I have a sort of, when I do a video, a sort of a beginning, middle and an end, but I think with this bike it's not going to be quite as planned as that one. It's just going to be do something each day, episode 1, episode 2, rather than anything particular, because of the weather as well. Painting is difficult, so the plan is to take this apron and leg shield off, the mud guard off. I've also loosened the handlebars. They are loose, but they're not coming out, and on the manual it does say if you're taking the handlebars off, just loosen these controls up here, and just slide them off loosely for now. And I am actually hoping to get a new handlebar, but I'm just waiting to hear back from someone on that. So I will hopefully just take them off, get the handlebar out, take this off, and then we hopefully can drop the steering fork out, and all this can be painted, and down the bottom there, I'll just show you down here. Just loosen it a bit. There we are. All this can be, this is like, well, don't worry about this one, this is going to be repainted later. This is the spare, and so I've got the new wheel to go on afterwards, but I can take this hub off. This can be all painted, and then obviously the fork needs to be painted, but it's all dependent on the weather. So that's the plan, and then we'll just move on through it. So there won't be any beginning and end to it. It'll just be a bit of restoration every week, if you see what I mean. So the plan today, now, is to try and get these leg shields off and the mud guard, and then that'll get me down to the steering bits and pieces. So we'll start by trying to get these off. Right, I think they call this the apron, this top bit. Seems to be lots of screws all around the top here, which I'll have to get off in a minute. And then around here, got the horn. I just take that off as well. Some screws there. So I'm going to see what happens. I'll undo this. Excuse me. And get those off and see what that loosens. Right, all those bolts are out, or the nuts, the screws are out rather, and then there's 4 bolts here which has released this plate, which should allow this to come off now. I think I need to just get those off of here. I need to come through a bit. Let me just pull this through without breaking anything, and then actually get that apron bit off. Okay, well that's finally off. All it meant, the only thing that was stuck at the end was I had to bring the front brake cable through. That goes through it as well, so that's now off for now. And now let's try and get this leg shield off. I think it's held on by the same bolts, and there'll just be probably a few screws around the edge. Let's have a look. Okay, well there was 4 screws the other side there, that's all, and it was just held on by these 4 bolts again that held the other apron part on. So I've just had to WD-40 some of these rear ones. These are coming loose now. I don't want to break anything, but I just need to get that a little bit more lubricated, that the 2 rear ones, and then just gently, as it's coming away now, just gently get them off. So that's all I've got to do. Okay, with a little bit of WD-40 on there, that's come away now. Hope this will come down. There we go. Right, that's the leg shield. Right. Oh, so we will have to take the mud guard off as well at some stage. Okay, for the moment I'm just going to have a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back to this. Right, well, just moved on a little bit. I've left the mud guard for now, and the controls to the handlebar I've taken off on this side. I can't I couldn't get the other grip off to get the old ones off at the time being. I have noticed there, that's obviously why the decompression cable doesn't work, because it's snapped in there, so get one of them from somewhere. Then I spent ages, well not ages, but it wasn't as bad as say like the Piaggio where I had to cut everything off. I finally got this out of the stem here for the steering. So what I'm going to do now, and I say this will probably be it for today, so a bit at a time, I'm going to take that off in a minute, unscrew that, take the bearings out. I've got new ones which I'm going to put in anyway, and then the plan is to jack this up again, jack the front of the, or just under the frame there, and then undo that, and then hopefully the whole wheel and assembly will just come off. But what I've got to do is take this little plate away underneath, which should let the whole thing just drop through. So hopefully that will work. So I'll get it jacked up, and we'll see how we get on getting this the whole front fork off. Right, I'm going to take this off the top here, so the bearings will be in here. We're in there. Okay, no matter, got a new one. I was going to try and quickly come out of the bottom there, right? Doesn't matter. Okay, just go with it. Right, okay. So that's off. I will clip these bearings here, why not? Okay. They go in that little. Yeah, I'll do that later. Anyway, so now, all being well, we can just take out this plate thing. Let's jack this up a bit more. It's not going to make any difference, is it? It's all going to just come out. There we go. I don't know if I can tip it back far enough without taking this out, let's see. So there's the larger, you can see, God, there's the larger bearings in there. So obviously I've got new ones for that, clean that and re-grease it later. So we basically got the whole unit just to work on in one piece there. Okay, well, I say that's the whole unit off there with this single fork. This obviously I'll take apart, got the new rubbers there for the suspension, and get that painted when I can, weather-wise. So these cables and that, and obviously the ones that are left on the handlebar, I'll get off. This is what's a bit awkward to know what to do. So I need to, the next bit will be to do this middle section, so get all that ready for paint. So I will need to mask off the back. So probably next time I'll probably have to take these off, the panels at the back here, and so that'll be just bare. That can all be masked up, and also the engine can be done separately afterwards. So yeah, as I say, it's a bit trying to work out how the best way to do this is. I could possibly spray all this, and no, it's going to be a bit difficult to get under there. No, I'll probably have to do this separately, wheel this out just on the back wheels, jack it up, sand it down, paint it separately, and then once that's all done this end, then get that back on. So it's all a bit of a palaver at the moment, but as I say, if I do start to strip this down eventually, I will need to get all this stuff off the back, the panels and that. So we'll leave it for today. So not 100%, but at least we've got a start on. Well, as I say, we called it a day for this week. So I've still not got full energy back, and taking them handlebars has killed me. But anyway, so at least we made a start, and next week, possibly, I think maybe it's a good idea to take that the box around the engine off, so I've got a chance to sand down that part. I think we might be a few weeks off on that. The weather's just too cold to paint at the moment. I have this museum here is not exactly a storeroom, but I've had to leave some of these panels. They're too bulky to keep in the shed. I'll be tripping over them all the time. So once again, you have a very happy new year, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.